The American Express Aeroplan Card might seem like just another travel credit card, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, because packed within this $120 card are a ton of features and benefits for Canadian travelers if you know how to use them. But the decision of whether you should actually get this card really comes down to one big question, and once you've answered it, you'll know exactly whether the card is right for you or not. I'll ask you that question in just a minute, but first, we need to dig into the card's earn rates. With the Aeroplan Card, you earn 2 Aeroplan points per dollar spent on eligible Air Canada purchases, 1.5 points per dollar on dining and food delivery in Canada, and 1 point per dollar on everything else. These earn rates are quite competitive, especially if you frequently spend money with Air Canada, and this means you can quickly accumulate Aeroplan points, which can be redeemed for flights, upgrades, and other travel rewards, making your future travels more affordable or even free. One of the unique benefits of the Aeroplan Card is the complimentary first check bag on all Air Canada flights for the primary cardholder and up to 8 travel companions on the same reservation. This can save you a significant amount of money on baggage fees, especially if you travel with family or friends and regularly find yourself paying for bags. And with Air Canada continuing to increase baggage fees over the years, this benefit alone will make the card worth it for some people. But what's a lot more impressive than free check bags are the Aeroplan points you earn, because you'll get a welcome bonus of up to 50,000 Aeroplan points, 30,000 Aeroplan points after spending $3,000 on the card in the first 3 months, and 20,000 more points after spending $1,000 in month 13. Essentially, this means you need to be able to spend about $1,000 a month on the card for at least 4 months to claim the full welcome bonus, so keep that in mind as you decide whether this card is right for you. Now the question is, where can 50,000 Aeroplan points take you? Well, you can get a round-trip Air Canada flight from Toronto to New York for around 12 to 15,000 Aeroplan points, which means that this card's 50,000 points welcome bonus alone gets you 3 to 4 of those round-trip flights. Of course, because Toronto and New York are so close, the number of points required is less than what you'd need for some other flights. Vancouver to New York costs around twice that, about 20 to 25,000 points, so you can expect to get around 2 round-trip flights within Canada or the US with your 50,000 points. And if you want to go to Mexico, it generally costs around 40,000 points for a round trip, at least starting from Toronto, which leaves you plenty of points to spare. But you probably don't want to just stay within Canada and the US, right? Fortunately, you can get a one-way to Europe or Asia from just about anywhere in Canada for less than 50,000 points. Of course, these are rough numbers since the exact cost for each flight is different, but they give you a good idea of what you can expect. And the general takeaway for me is that regardless of where you live in Canada, the 50,000 points welcome bonus you get with the Amex Aeroplan Card is enough or almost enough for a one-way trip across the Atlantic or the Pacific, whichever you choose. And because flights like these easily cost $500 to $1,000 or more, you're getting a ton of value from these points. So now that you know some of the benefits specific to the Aeroplan Card, let's talk about the 7 big benefits that come with every American Express card, not just this one. Because the truth is, American Express offers a ton of value to all of its cardholders, and it's important to know what kind of benefits you can expect from them. The first is the suite of insurance policies that come with American Express cards. These include out-of-province or out-of-country emergency medical insurance, flight delay insurance, baggage delay insurance, hotel burglary insurance, lost or stolen baggage insurance, accident insurance, and car rental theft and damage insurance. I'm not going to go into the details on all of these individual policies because we'd be here for hours, but I can say that one of the things that truly make American Express cards stand out from every other credit card in Canada is how committed Amex is to its cardholders. There's a reason that people stick with American Express for decades, and that's because they know that when things go wrong, Amex always has their back. The next 2 Amex benefits I want to talk about are purchase protection and extended warranty. Purchase protection ensures the items you buy on your Amex card against accidental damage and theft for up to $1,000, and extended warranty doubles the manufacturer's warranty for up to an extra year on items you probably already buy. These types of coverage can be incredibly valuable for expensive purchases like phones and laptops, since these are common targets for theft, both within Canada and outside of Canada. The fourth Amex specific benefit is the front of the line pre-sale and reserve tickets for concerts, theater, and special events. This allows Amex cardholders to access tickets to some of the most popular events before they go on sale to the general public, which gives you a better chance to snag great seats to your favorite shows and events. For example, getting tickets to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in Toronto was extremely tough, but if you had an American Express card, front of the line would have allowed you to buy tickets before everyone else, securing your seats before the general public even had a chance. And this is true for live music events, concerts, sporting events, stand-up comedy, and other types of events as well. Number 5 is Amex Experiences, which gives you exclusive access to events and activities that you simply can't get with non-Amex credit cards. Amex Experiences is related to front of the line, but it's still distinct because on top of getting early access to publicly available events, you're also invited to things the public can't access at all. For example, previous Amex Experiences events have included private dinners with celebrity chefs like Gordon Ramsay, exclusive concerts with dinner and drinks included, and shopping credits from luxury retailers like Saks Fifth Avenue. These are in line with American Express's ethos of providing unparalleled luxury and access and creating unique and unforgettable moments for their cardholders. And the seventh Amex specific benefit I want to talk about is access to the hotel collection, where you get special benefits at participating hotel properties when you book through the American Express travel portal. These benefits include a $100 hotel credit that can be used for dining, spa services, and other hotel amenities, as well as room upgrades when they're available. The hotel collection is a great way to take your travel up a notch, adding a touch of luxury without the extra cost. So now that you're familiar with some of the benefits that every American Express cardholder gets access to, let's return to the Aeroplan Card because we still haven't talked about something important, the annual fee. The Aeroplan Card comes with an annual fee of $120, which is very reasonable considering all the benefits it offers. The complimentary first check bag alone can save you a significant amount of money. And for frequent travelers, that benefit can quickly offset the entire cost of the annual fee. But for me, it's the welcome bonus of up to 50,000 Aeroplan points that really stands out. If you redeem those points for 2 round-trip flights to California or a trip to Mexico, you can pretty easily save $1,000 or more just from the welcome bonus alone. And when you factor in the travel insurance coverage, purchase protection, extended warranty, and all the other benefits I mentioned, the value of the Aeroplan Card becomes pretty impressive. Now, while the Aeroplan Card is a strong travel card, its big brother, the Aeroplan Reserve Card, takes things to another level. So let's take a minute to break down the additional benefits you get with the Aeroplan Reserve Card to see how it stacks up against the Aeroplan Card to see if upgrading is worth it for you. First up are the earn rates. With the Aeroplan Reserve Card, you earn 3 Aeroplan points per dollar spent on eligible Air Canada purchases, 2 points per dollar on eligible dining and food delivery purchases, and 1.25 points per dollar on everything else, compared with 2, 1.5, and 1 on the Aeroplan Card. This is a nice boost, but for me, I don't think the improved earn rates will do that much for you unless you're already spending thousands of dollars with Air Canada every year. But that doesn't mean the Aeroplan Reserve Card doesn't have a few tricks up its sleeve. Just like the Aeroplan Card, the Aeroplan Reserve Card gives you complimentary first check bag on Air Canada flights for the primary cardholder and up to 8 travel companions on the same reservation. This can save you a ton of money on baggage fees, especially if you travel frequently with family or friends. Plus, the Aeroplan Reserve Card also gives you a few more types of priority service with Air Canada, including priority boarding, priority check-in, and priority baggage handling, which allow you to spend less time waiting in lines and more time enjoying your trip. But that's really just the beginning, because one of the more luxurious benefits of the Aeroplan Reserve Card is unlimited access to Maple Leaf lounges and Air Canada cafes in Canada and the US for you and a guest. These lounges offer a quiet, comfortable place to relax before your flight, and they come with free food, free drinks, and comfortable workspaces. The Maple Leaf Lounge network isn't as extensive as some of the more global lounge networks, but there are lounges in about a dozen airports across Canada, and a few in the States too. So if you fly regularly and find yourself wasting hours of time at the gate, this perk can be a real game changer for you. Another unique benefit of the Aeroplan Reserve Card is access to the American Express Concierge, a 24/7 concierge that can help you with a ton of travel-related tasks. For example, if you want to get a table at a top restaurant wherever you are at the last minute, you can't just call them and expect them to make room for you. But when your American Express concierge calls them, they're able to pull some strings. And your concierge isn't just for making reservations at exclusive restaurants. They can also handle a bunch of travel-related tasks like renting cars, changing flights, or even planning your entire vacation. It's a pretty amazing service once you learn how to use it, and it's all totally free with your Aeroplan Reserve Card. But the truly special benefit of the Aeroplan Reserve Card is the annual worldwide companion pass. Each year, after spending $25,000 on the card, you receive a companion pass that allows you to bring a guest on a round-trip Air Canada flight for a fixed base fare ranging from $99 to $599, depending on the destination. And using the companion pass is really easy. You just sign into your Aeroplan account, search for a flight for 2 or more passengers, select the companion/buddy pass option in the search results page, and then buy the 2 tickets, one at the regular price and one at the discounted price. This can save you a ton of money, especially on long-haul international flights, which means that this benefit alone can more than pay for the card's entire annual fee. Let's look at a few specific examples so you understand how this would play out. On this round-trip flight from Vancouver to Hong Kong, the base fare is $1,538, but with your companion pass, you'd pay just $599 for a savings of $939. And on this round trip from Toronto to Delhi, the base fare is $1,842. But with your companion pass, you'd pay just $599 again for savings of $1,243. So as you can see, the companion pass can be extremely valuable, but of course 2 things have to be true here. You need to spend $25,000 each year to unlock the pass, and you need someone to travel with. So if you normally travel on your own, then this benefit won't be as valuable for you. Now, I already walked you through the 7 big benefits you get with every American Express card, and you get access to all those with the Aeroplan Reserve Card as well. But that's not all you get, because there are a few big things we haven't talked about yet, starting with the card's generous welcome bonus. The Aeroplan Reserve Card offers a welcome bonus of up to 85,000 Aeroplan points, which breaks down like this. You earn 60,000 Aeroplan points after spending $7,500 on the card in the first 3 months, and you earn the remaining 25,000 points after spending $2,500 in month 13. And what can 85,000 Aeroplan points get you? Well, here's a round-trip Air Canada flight from Toronto to Madrid in the height of summer for 68,700 Aeroplan points. This exact same flight would cost you nearly $1,400, so your points are saving you more than $1,200 on this trip. Here's another round-trip flight from Vancouver to Tokyo in November for 72,700 Aeroplan points, also saving you $1,200. And here's another round-trip Air Canada flight from Toronto to Mexico City for just 39,400 points, which would save you $1,100. And because this last flight only costs about 40,000 Aeroplan points, you can actually do it twice, which means you can save $1,100 2 times, or more than $2,000 from this welcome bonus alone. So to summarize, with 85,000 Aeroplan points at your disposal, you can expect to get at least 2 round-trip flights anywhere within North America, or a round-trip flight to Europe or Asia with points to spare. The Aeroplan Reserve Card does come with an annual fee of $599, which sounds like a lot, but all the features I've walked you through make it more than worth the annual fee for a lot of people. The lounge access for you and a guest alone can justify a large portion of that annual fee if you travel frequently, and if you're flying with Air Canada and can take advantage of the free first check bag and priority boarding, check-in, and baggage handling, that'll make your travels a lot smoother too. But in my view, it's the welcome bonus and annual companion pass that make this card a real winner. I already showed you how much money you can save from the welcome bonus alone, which you can expect to be $1,000 at the very minimum. And the companion pass is the same. If you use it on a long-haul international flight, saving another $1,000 or more is totally possible, and that's an annual benefit. So there's tons of value packed into this card as long as you actually use it. But remember, you need to spend $7,500 in the first 3 months to get the welcome bonus and $25,000 a year to get the companion pass. So for me, the entire decision of whether you should get the Aeroplan card or upgrade to the Aeroplan Reserve Card comes down to one very important question. Can you hit those spending thresholds? If you can, you should absolutely spring for the Aeroplan Reserve Card because you'll get a ton more value out of it. But if not, then stick with the Aeroplan card. It still offers a strong welcome bonus and some of the travel benefits you get with the Aeroplan Reserve Card, just not all the high-end benefits that the Reserve Card adds on top. But now that you know which card you want to get, I've included links to the best possible sign-up bonuses for both cards in the description below, and I update those links regularly to make sure you're always getting the best deal. So we've looked at all the costs and benefits, the pros and cons of these two cards, and at this point, you should be feeling pretty comfortable with your choice. But there's one more very important factor you need to consider when choosing an Aeroplan credit card. And if you overlook this when you make your decision, you might make a terrible mistake. So to learn what that factor is and get a concrete answer about which Aeroplan credit card in Canada is the absolute best for you, watch this video next.